Hey everyone, we're back with more Terminator Resistance. I'm running around this area, exploring, doing that sort of thing. Kicking butt at that. We took down a gigantic mech that wasn't that tough, actually. And we got about an hour and a half left to stream. Saying, is there a game series you'd like to see get a reboot that doesn't have one? I'd like to see the reboot games get a reboot. Not the show, just the games. Legaia. Man, I gotta play Legaia 2, but I also gotta get out there and actually finish Legaia 1. I remember watching you stream Legaia 1 and was like, I gotta play some more of this. Definitely made me want to play it again. Alright. Resting place. Peter, it turns out that there are still people out here, and you thought that we were the only ones who survived. I've decided I'm going to stay with them for a while. I don't think it's particularly safe here, but I am tired of running. You know, we're not getting any younger. There's this guy, Ryan, an old guy like us, who reminds me of how much we've aged. All of them think they have a story to tell since they lived through Judgment Day. You know what he asked me? He asked me if I remembered coffee. Quite an icebreaker, don't you think? I think you'd like him. You guys would have quite the time annoying me. My watch is ending soon. I miss you. And I miss real coffee. X, do you miss real coffee? Holy shit, that's actually a lot more to that area than I thought there was. Whatever, we don't need to go explore all that. We actually might need to go explore that. Oh, I hated it. What happened to him? Well, how about they just fucking fall over? Oh shit, out of ammo. You stay right there. Oh good, he waited. Jade Cocoon? Omega, I haven't heard anybody talk about Jade Cocoon in a long time. Apparently that game's not exceptionally popular amongst JRPG fans. You know, back to business. It's very important. You know, guys, it's important that when you get down and out, that you maintain a sense of normalcy in your life. This Terminator is just letting us all know that, yeah, it got knocked down, but it got up again. We're never gonna keep it down, alright? Oh shit, okay, well, we're keeping it down. How's that terrible?
Going through. Got it. One more to go.
Alright. Oh shit, there's another one. Oh, you fuck. I like how I turned around to shoot, but didn't actually know where I was, so it was just kind of firing in this direction. I appreciate that level of effort, though. Oh shit. I see that. Oh, guys, I got 2 more skill points. What the heck am I not putting those in for? I definitely want toughness, and I'm gonna get fast learner here because I want more EXP. Yay. What's that one? Okay, so we can go down and around here to get to that. But I do want to check out these buildings, so... Exploring these buildings is some of my favorite part of the game. Ain't ever gonna keep him down. I don't know about that, because, you know, I definitely did inevitably keep him down. He didn't like it, but sometimes you just gotta deal with things that you don't like. He also taught us that a shot to the head is not enough to keep you down, but 2 shots, that. I like how there's just like random save points around too. Anyway, Jade Cocoon is a Pokemon-esque style game, right? I hear the second one was really not great compared to the first. What do you think, Omega? Is that true? Also, Omega, what do you think of Dew's choice of game that he spent his points on? I do like that you can kind of see the infrared of the game, like what you're seeing, but infrared on the scope as you walk around. That's pretty neat. Looks interesting. That's it? That's all you got to say? Come on. You're supposed to talk Dew up. Let us know how amazing Dew is. Yeah, I think I was in here before. Yeah, I was. This is where, the early part of the game, actually. Yeah, and then over here, we ran past, fought some spider bots. I remember this, I remember this. And we don't actually need to go over here, do we? But we gotta clear out the map, so... Spider-Bot hated it. Just walking over here. Hey there, dude. Nah. Sometimes it's good, Omega. Sometimes you just need that extra boost. Fuck you, Armored Spider. See, it thought it was strong. It thought it knew. It thought it had my number. It didn't. It didn't have my number. Anyway, this is the start of the game. This is where you first meet Ryan and them, and we asked if we should leave, or they asked if we should leave, and and you guys were like, yeah, just fuck off. Just take off. And then we took off down this direction over here. What is that? Oh, that is a flamethrower using Terminator. Let's not mess with that. Oh, shit, is there another one? T-808. Reporting for deathly. For death duty. I love my sniper rifles. Guys, how about you do a boss fight? That'd be exciting, right? Yeah. Okay, so I know where this is. We've actually technically been down here before. Well, there's a locked door hard. Yeah, and there's that door over there that was just standing there that had a hard difficulty. Alright, so we're going to make our way back the way we came, but this time we're going to go up and around the other path. Yeah, this is definitely where we started the game. It was nice that they actually included that in the area that you could go to when you return to Pasadena. Let's go get those pictures so we can be done in Pasadena, though. I love the sniper rifle, and I'm really sad I didn't start using it immediately. Okay. Plasma container. This is the path I want to go down? Yes. So whenever you see me activate this, it's because you can see Terminators in that through the wall, and that's actually really helpful. Asane, would you ever play a Fighting Foodons game? Oh, hang on. Eat shit, silverfish. I was not expecting this armored spider to just walk around like that. But armored spiders generally aren't too bad. At first, when I first saw them, I was like, okay, that's going to be a big enemy. That's going to be one of the more difficult ones. Wasn't too bad. Ah, shit, a building to explore. Which we have to explore. We have to climb to the top. But yeah, X, would you ever play a Beyblade game? Oh, sorry guys. Random yawn. Getting lots of trade resources at least. Beyblade, let it rip. One of my friends from high school has the son, and he really likes Beyblade. And she posted a video of him going to a Beyblade tournament. And I gotta tell you, I'm glad this kid has a passion, and I'm glad he's excited about it. But watching a kid spin a top into a fucking bowl and the two tops smack into each other over and over again, just looked ridiculous. I'm sure many could say the same about playing Pokemon cards or something. You know what I want to do? And unfortunately, this requires other people to do so too. I want to download the Pokemon trading card game on like the free-to-play trading card game client, and then just have like a bunch of like starter deck tournaments with people. Tell them I've told the Hand of God story. The Hand of God story makes me look like an ass. But, you know, I was a teenager. And I did it for the right reason. Alright. So, for those of you who are new to the channel, when I was young, my parents split up and I went to go live with my mom. And one of the things she did when we moved down to Chatham was she picked me up a whole bunch of Pokemon cards. Right? And she basically had me join the Pokemon Card League, which was cool, because, you know, Pokemon. Anyway, there was this kid that was part of the Pokemon Card League as well, and he was an asshole to everyone. Like, always starting fights, spitting on kids, belittling them when they'd lose, stuff like that. He was a little older than I was. And one day, he comes up to me, and he's like, let's play a match. Like, you know, just being a real dick. And so I was like, alright. Because you're not supposed to refuse people if they challenge you. And, yeah, so this kid had been warned about being an ass, but, like, they weren't going to kick him out because they were a little too lenient. The others were nice people, but they were really lenient. Anyway, so he challenged me, and he's winning because he was a good player. But just being a fucking asshole and starts swearing at pit kids and like knocking people's drinks down and such while the match is going on. So he puts out his holofoil Charizard card, and I don't remember exactly what he was saying to me, but he was being an asshole. So I started to put my cards away, and he's like, "What are you doing? The match isn't over." And I'm like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna play a new card. It requires me to do this." He's like, "What is it?" I'm like, "It's called the Hand of God." He's like, "What's that do?" And I reached out and crumpled up his Charizard card. Older me is a little more acknowledging of how much of a dick move that is on my part. But a teenager me felt great because the kid cried, ran away, and we never saw him again. Fuck. But yeah, true story. How's that perfect? I guess if you really want to see the, that parts of it. Huh, this is like a communication attempt. Yeah, there we go.
That's the last one.
Good job with these pictures, Rivers. We're one step closer to preparing a counterattack. I'm starting to see why Skynet isn't so fond of you. Now get your ass back to the shelter.
Oh, okay. I guess I can get out of there. That should be fine. Anyway, so yeah, that's the Hand of God story. Holofoil Charizard card. Oh, apparently you take fall damage in this. Good to know. And then there's Omega. Omega Theory used to go to a card game play Yu-Gi-Oh! And then when he'd win, he'd use Battle City rules and steal their cards when he won. Pasadena is far gone, but I managed to complete my first mission as a TechCom soldier. Now it's time to say goodbye to my companions before I go and join Commander Baron in her South Division. You still have a majority of my Pokemon cards there? Yeah, I can try. I could probably do that. You should bring them out. Why the fuck is my phone spamming me with, stuff from DX2? Get out of here, I don't want that. Back to Pasadena, guys. Yeah. I had a lot of Pokemon cards. This kid and this... What are they feeding this dog? That's Aaron. I like how they don't really want to model their faces while sleeping, so they just have everyone turned over on their side. And angled in such a way where you just can't see their face. Like, try as I might, I cannot see her face. Does she have a face? Ah, there. This kid's, it's Rob. He sleeps with his eyes open. They didn't even make him close his eyes. For some reason, they modeled the dog. They might be. I could look into that. And then sell them on eBay for half the price.
Jacob, how is Pasadena? You know what? Forget I asked. I don't want to know. I'm just glad that you're all right.
And how are you doing?
I guess I'm a little nervous before tomorrow.
I never asked you. What are you planning to do tomorrow?
I've been meaning to tell you earlier, but I panicked. And that's because I decided to go with Ryan. We'll find somewhere safe, away from all this. You have to understand, I need to do what's best for Patrick. I'm his big sis. I need to protect him. I haven't told him yet. He'll be devastated leaving you and Aaron, but I think it's for the best.
Aren't you curious about what happened in Pasadena?
No. I think I'd rather keep that place in the past. Actually, I have a confession to make. I've never been outside of Pasadena until now.
Me either.
Can you believe that?
I've lived in Pasadena my whole life. Pretty weak for a scavenger. How's that even possible? That's actually not that surprising. There's tons of people who never
That's
leave
not
their home
surprising.
city.
After all, that's where your home is.
Where it used to be. Right now, I'm going to try someplace new to call home. I did my traveling through pictures and postcards that wanderers brought with them.
Ugh.
My favorite had a little flamingo drinking water from a lake on it. Its long red neck curved like a snake. Patrick's mother gave me that postcard. It's funny how I never met my mother, but I was around to see Patrick's leave him.
They're half-brothers, that's not surprising.
I'm sorry to hear about your mother.
Don't be. I had a pretty good childhood, apart from the nuclear holocaust and all. I remember the day Patrick's mom brought him in. They were both tired and dirty, so we took care of them.
Oh, not even technically
Patrick
brothers.
was crying a lot. He was teething at the time. I think that was what scared her away. She just couldn't handle the crying.
How was she?
I loved her. For the time she was with us, I liked to pretend she was my mother, too. After she took off, I was devastated. But my father said, "You need to grow up. You have a brother now." So I burned the postcard.
All
The little red flamingo flew up in flames. And I promised myself I'd never be weak again. But I guess we all need someone we can be weak with sometimes, don't we?
It's time for sleep.
Wake up! We need to move.
What's going on?
Everyone, wake up! You need to get out of here.
Who the fuck are you?
It doesn't matter. What matters is that you can't stay here any longer.
She asked a question, and I suggest answering.
You don't want to do that. I've got this place rigged with explosives, and there's a detonator in my pocket.
You got what?
Would you mind? Lower your gun, Ryan. He's the one that saved my life. What do you want from us? You have to get out of here. Skynet's on its way. They finally found you.
Really?
What you
I
mean
feel like it
they
wasn't that hard.
found us? They were looking for us?
Thanks, dudes.
Not for you. For him. He's essential to winning this war. Skynet knows that. That's why they've been following him for months. I have to make sure nothing happens to him. In a couple of minutes, an infiltrator will walk in here trying to kill him. I can't let that happen. We have to bury that Terminator here once and for all.
All right, everybody, you heard him. Let's get moving. I'll get the bus ready.
There's no time for that. There's a passage here. It will lead you out. Use it.
What was that?
All right, everyone, get out!
Jacob!
Give me that. It's the same one. It's the same model. Leave! Now!
How the hell's he still alive?
Go! 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 Watch out! Don't just stand there! Run!
People take so long to do anything with this. Is that the merchant from RE4? Yes. Turns out when you die in a game, you actually just get transferred to a different game. In this case, this guy died and he got transferred to RE4. We were able to escape thanks to the stranger. He sacrificed himself and buried that infiltrator once and for all. But with Patrick hurt from the explosion, others had no other option. They had to join me at the resistance shelter. Also like how a lot of these scenes just fall flat because they occur so fast and then end so suddenly.
Baron listened to us. She could no longer deny that this infiltrator was a real threat. She decided to take everyone in, on her terms. The shelter was on high alert, but thanks to the intel I gathered in Pasadena, we slowed the advance of the Annihilation Line and gained some time. Just enough to start preparing the counterattack.
To send Kyle Reese back in time. 2 weeks later, PMS showed up. What, am I back in Pasadena again? Where the fuck am I? Hey, dude. Oh, is there gonna be a battle here? That'd be pretty sick. Alright. Toughness level 3 is what I'm going for next. Damage decreased by 30%. Hell yeah. I think I should start focusing on science a bit more. It's an interesting setup they got here. It's locked. Hey guys, do you want to do this for a boss fight? Oh, I had to buy a bottle of water because you felt really dehydrated and it cost $1.25. It was the best $1.25 you spent. It had a hint of lime flavor and it was damn good. That's good.
Sergeant, at ease.
Oh, I'm a sergeant now? Sick.
Well, look at you, Sergeant. When you helped us in Pasadena the other day, I was trying really hard not to panic because you were only a private. Sorry for underestimating you. I guess I should salute or something?
How's Patrick?
Every day a little better. Aaron says he'll be back on his feet in no time.
Sure.
She's done a great job with him. I wish I could repay her somehow. It just doesn't seem that she needs anything.
You guys defeated the Twilight God Ganon.
Getting ready for another scavenging run?
No, I just came out here to catch my breath. Baron is giving us the entire evening off, believe it or not.
Doesn't sound like her. I need to report to Baron.
That sounded very stilted. Stilted dialogue is often my favorite in games. I gotta play Resident Evil 1 for you guys on stream again, but like the PS1 version again. Because for one, I never actually finished it on the Halloween stream. And for two, it's got the best dialogue.
Rivers, DN 46890.
The commander is expecting you in the control room, Sergeant.
Man,
Maraschino cherries again. Where do they keep finding this shit?
every now and then
don't
I
get it.
think
Why'd they
about...
bring that buggy down here?
Hey, Mark. What are you doing here?
I'm going out soon. I haven't made my daily quota yet. I still have a rat to catch. If you see one, let me know, okay?
Sure. Every now and then I think about that episode of Supernatural where they're like, they have to answer a riddle, and the riddle is, why was 6 afraid of 7? And Cass was like, well, let's think logically about this. 7 is a prime number, and those can be pretty intimidating.
Hey, Ryan. How's everything?
Exactly as you would imagine. Baron's keeping me busy. They weren't kidding when they said she's a hard ass.
What did you hear?
A lot of rumors going around of how she's sending insubordinate workers to the front line. And by insubordinate, I mean people who ain't willing to work 18 hours a day. Every day.
Yeah, I'm not willing to work
What
that much.
happened after you started your camp?
Honestly, not that much. At least not in the beginning. When we gave up on the idea of getting in touch with anyone, we just tried to adapt. Temperatures fell, we had to scavenge for food. All of a sudden, that became our life.
When did you first hear about Skynet?
Oh, that came years later. We did hear some rumors about robot warriors, but you must understand how crazy it sounded back then. And that wasn't even the most insane story out there. My favorite one was about the radioactive squirrel zombies. Well, I know how stupid it sounds, but we managed to have fun in our little commune. I still had my guitar with me. We talked a lot about how we're gonna be famous, because we're the only living band in the world.
What was your band's name?
Well, we were thinking about changing it to Survivors, but something similar was already taken. We were just stupid kids, not realizing what was going on. We paid the price for it the first time we saw a tin can. I was tuning my guitar when I heard a strange noise. I found out later that it was a T-400. Must have heard me play. It didn't even have the decency to look scary. Maybe if it did, we wouldn't have just stood there when it started firing.
What did you do?
I froze. I didn't run to help. I didn't scream. I didn't even move. I just stood there, like a coward. The tin can got Tucker with a single bullet. Bam, just like that. 7 other people died before we finally destroyed that thing. Ironically enough, I was the one who delivered the final blow. Safe to say, it was the beginning of a new era.
Sure.
Do you need anything?
Need something?
Can I see your hardware?
Yes. A lot of guns. Oh, it's basically the stuff that I toss out that he just gets. That's interesting. Sure. Alright.